I was born on March 22, 1868 in Morrison, Illinois. During my childhood, I attended the Millikan High School in Iowa. After working for a short time as a court reporter, I entered Oberlin College in Ohio in 1886. During the first few years, I loved the subjects of Greek and mathematics. However, eventually I became interested with the subject of physics. In 1893, I was awarded a master's in physics, and I was appointed fellow in physics at Columbia University. After 2 years of researching, I received my PhD for research on the polarization of light emitted by incandescent surfaces. I spent a year in Germany and eventually came back to the United States to become an assistant at the Ryerson Laboratory at the University of Chicago. During my time at Chicago, I wrote and co-wrote many books that helped to simplify the teaching of physics. As a scientist, I made numerous discoveries. One of my major successes was the accurate determination of the charge carried by an electron, the oil drop experiment. During World War I was the vice chairman of the National Research Council. During 1920 to 1923, I occupied myself with work concerning the hot spark spectroscopy of the elements. During the rest of my life, I became an author and wrote about religious, philosophical, and scientific findings. I received many awards, including the Comstock Prize of the National Academy of Sciences, the Edison Medal of the American Institute of Electrical Engineers, the Hughes Medal of the Royal Society of Great Britain, and the Nobel Prize for Physics 1923. I died on December 19, 1953, in San Marino, California. Although I was a scientist, I was also an enthusiastic tennis player.
Millikan created the oil drop experiment in 1909. In the early 1900s, I was the lead scientist role model. In 1900, Planck's quantum theory was proposed. Planck's hypothesis stated that any energy is radiated and absorbed in quantities divisible by discrete energy elements, such that each energy element is proportional to its frequency. In 1905, I proposed both the wave-particle duality of light and the special theory of relativity. Wave-particle duality is the idea that all matter expresses both wave and particle-like properties. The theory of relativity brought up my most famous equation, E=mc². In 1906, Oldham proposed evidence that Earth has a core. These scientific experiments and observations during the time Millikan was working on his oil drop experiment shows how advanced society was at that time.